Hey, what's up, folks? It's Aaron Dodson with Christianity Now, bringing you a review of the Defending the Faith Bible Personal Carry Edition. This is published by the Apologetics Press nonprofit group in Montgomery, Alabama, and I think its purpose is to be distributed. It is designed as an evangelistic tool, and it has special sections with answers to some of the most fundamental questions, such as, does God exist? Is the Bible from God? Is Jesus real? Why do people suffer? And more. And I think this is a great little Bible. I've had it for a little while now, and I have gone through it pretty carefully, and so I can wholeheartedly get behind it. I do not work for Apologetics Press. They have not asked me to do this. I did not ask them, but I wanted to promote it because I think it is a worthwhile effort, because it's a good copy of the English Bible. They have a website, apologeticspress.org, that has a lot of good Bible material. I encourage you to check it out. And on their website, they have a 5-minute video describing why they put this Bible together. They already have a large study Bible with many notes, and they were encouraged by many of their readers and to make a smaller Bible. So this is not really a smaller version of that, but it is a smaller Bible physically, and I'm going to highlight some of its features in this particular video, and I'm going to tell you why I like it and why I think you ought to get it. This Bible contains brief summaries of each book of the Bible, and I love that. The outlines of each book of the Bible are really good. It has special sections covering fundamental truths. It has full color maps, and it's great for evangelism. It's perfect as a pew Bible, and it's ideal for graduates. And it's an excellent gift Bible. And I hope that those who watch this will consider using it as a gift Bible, a Bible that can be given away to new graduates, to friends, and that you'll get a copy of it for yourself. This Bible is in the, let me do this with the camera. I'm going to be moving my camera around a little bit so I can hopefully feature the Bible in a more effective way. This Bible, as you can see, is not a very large Bible. It's a hand-sized Bible, and I like that about it. And it's in the New King James Version. Incidentally, that is the only translation in which this edition of the Bible has currently been made available. No problem for me. I love the New King James Version. It's my favorite translation. Inside this Bible, and this was what I want to walk you through, you can see I've put my name in it. I don't do that very often because I don't keep very many Bibles that I come across, but I intend to keep this one, so I put my name in it. And as we look through this, I'm going to make the video, hopefully in the camera, where the sharpness is such that you can read some of it. My lighting is not very good, but it's made by the Apologetics Press. You can see their symbol there. They're located on Landmark Drive in Montgomery, Alabama. This Bible is called the Defending the Faith Bible Evangelistic Edition, and it was copyrighted in 2023. It was printed in China, but I don't want that to be a hindrance to you, because I think it is a very good quality Bible for its design and its purpose. You can buy this Bible for $14 on their website, and you can get them at a discounted rate, as I said before, I think, when you buy 30 or more of them, I think it is. There's additional content in this particular Bible, and that's what makes it so special. It contains these particular articles, several of them at the beginning of the Bible, and then some of them after the book of Revelation, and then some of the articles are interspersed throughout the book itself. First, faith and reason, the most important question in the world, 7 reasons to believe God exists, how can a loving God allow people to suffer, and 3 reasons to believe the Bible is from God. These articles precede the book of Genesis, and then the articles in the middle that are listed there, they are interspersed throughout the biblical text. And then at the very end of this list, you have dealing fairly with alleged Bible contradictions, reasons to believe in Jesus, 4 reasons to do more than just believe in Jesus, the church Christ died to save. Those articles that I highlighted at the end are featured at the end of the Bible after the book of Revelation. And so I'm going to walk you through this and let you see how these articles are featured in this particular edition of the Bible. There is a preface to the New King James translation. I would encourage you to read it at least once in your lifetime. And then you have this article at the beginning, the lead article, Faith and Reason. And then as the Bible continues, you have the second article, the most important question in the world. And then the articles that I've already elucidated briefly or listed briefly for you at the very beginning. I'm going to go to the beginning of the biblical text because I would like for you to see the way this is laid out. This, in my opinion, is one of the great features of this Bible, in addition to the articles, the additional articles at the beginning and at the end. And I don't know how well this is going to work, but I want to try to zoom in where hopefully you can read it or at least make out mostly what is on each page, or at least on these introduction pages. With each book, you have an introduction to that book, a brief paragraph, and then an outline of that book, as you can see there before you. Genesis is 50 chapters, so the outline goes through chapter 50. And then at the end, at the bottom, I should say, of that introductory page, you have a central theme. And I think these introductions are very helpful to the Bible student. If you are familiar at all with Apologetics Press and their material, these introductions were also located or printed in a book, an introduction book to the Bible that covers briefly each book of the Bible by Dave Miller. And it's similar, if not the same material, which I have found to be very helpful. Now I want you to see the actual biblical text. The book of Genesis, as you can see here, here's what this edition looks like. It's a hand-sized Bible, again, so it's a smaller Bible, but I want to zoom in on the text itself so maybe you can see it at least a little bit. Again, I know it's not very clear, perhaps. But if you could just see this in person, it's very legible. It has good spacing between the lines, and it's not hard to read at all. It is in paragraph format, the layout. It is not in verse by verse layout. Some Bibles are in verse by verse format, such as this Bible here. This would be considered verse by verse, where every passage begins on a new line. The Bible I'm reviewing is not verse by verse, but paragraph. But I would like to suggest that this is perhaps the best way to read the Bible. It makes for a good reading experience. For example, I was able to read this Bible. Yesterday I read Psalm 30 through Psalm 40 over a few hours period of time, and I got no headache. The font is smaller. It's not a large font Bible. It's not designed for bad eyes, that's for sure. But it's a very clear layout, format, and font style and size. And so I would recommend it to nearly all people. Now, if you have poor eyesight, you would probably need readers for it. And there may be some that even with readers, you wouldn't be able to read it because it's not designed for those with poor eyesight. That was not the design of this particular Bible. But I do not want that to discourage people from buying this Bible and at least gifting it to others. Even if you cannot use it, get it and gift it to others who do not have poor eyesight. I want to point out some things that I really like about this Bible. And I'm just going to move through it so, again, you can see the way it is laid out. I like the size of this Bible. This is a hand-sized Bible. I'm going to move my camera around. This means a lot to me as a teacher of God's Word for personal carry in and out of church and other places, but also even in preaching. A lot of Bibles are just too large for my hand. My hands are smaller. They're not very big. I have somewhat small hands. If you're familiar at all with the Nelson verse-by-verse center column reference Bible, just as a comparison, this is what the Defending the Faith Bible beside the Nelson verse-by-verse looks like. It is quite smaller in size. Definitely a smaller Bible and has a purpose. It's an evangelistic tool. I think that's why this was designed this way. And I really like that because it's very practical. But it's more than just for evangelistic uses and toting here and there. I think it can be used even for preaching and teaching. I'm blessed to get to serve in preaching and teaching, and I enjoy using it for personal study and even holding. I've not used it a lot for preaching and teaching. I've used it a little, and I enjoyed using it because I was able to hold it in one hand. With one hand, I can hold this Bible, and it doesn't flop or lay down far on each side. Now, when it's doing that there, as you can see in the video, I'm doing that to it. But when I put my hand under it, I can hold it, and the sides do not fall down, where I can't read it. It lays flat. When you put it on a desk, it lays flat in your hand. And to me, those are features that a teacher of God's Word might like. I know I do. The paper is not very thin. GSM is the acronym that describes the thickness of a Bible page or other paper. This paper, I don't know the exact GSM. I would say probably around 36 GSM. That means that this Bible can be marked with like a micro pen or even a ballpoint pen, and it won't bleed all the way through. I also like the font. It's clear, it's legible, even though it's not large print. But another feature is that it has sewn binding, and that means a lot. That means it will last longer. You're not going to be able to see this very well, but down here in the binding where the pages come down into one place, a lot of books and even Bibles are glued. Their binding is glued. And so those types of Bibles will not last very long in their functionality. This Bible is very functional. If you can see there, this Bible, you can see the signatures, the sections that show that it is sewn together. And at the beginning of the Bible, like Genesis, I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but you can see the stitching. That means that this Bible will last longer and will not fall apart when you open it up, you bend it back, and you use it. And it also means that even if it does fall apart after years of use, you can have it rebound in whatever your favorite leather is. The notes in it are the highlight of it, no doubt. The articles rather, at the beginning and the end, and then the ones that are interspersed throughout. There's one more feature that I like a lot. Some may not like, but I find it to be my preference for reading and teaching the Bible. And that is, this Bible is a black letter Bible. Many Bibles, for a long time, many Bible publishers have printed the Bible with the words of Jesus in red. I'd prefer a black letter Bible because I find that the red letter Bibles are often inconsistent in their darkness, their lightness, and it's a distraction to me. I also find that as I study the Bible, I enjoy finding it. I say enjoy. I enjoy as far as it being more of a challenge to me to learn more the context. when I just learn where Jesus is speaking, where it's recorded that he spoke, as opposed to just looking at the red letters. Now, some people will say, no, I want it read so I can find where he spoke and find it quickly. I understand that. But because of distraction and inconsistency in red printing, I prefer the black text. And it's just a better reading experience for me. So if you like black letter Bibles, this is definitely for you. If you love the red letter Bibles, I don't think you're going to be hindered much, because you're probably a person already that enjoys reading the Word of God, and you're not going to allow the fact that it's black text to hinder you from using it, especially for $14. Now I want to show you show you at least two more things. One, how some of the articles are interspersed within the biblical text. I say within. Just before the book of Philippians, as you can see there, it has an introduction just like all the books of the Bible do. Here's an article titled Pastors, Elders, and Bishops. And I've read that one, and I enjoyed reading that. It was very insightful and biblical. Then at the end of the Bible, it has the articles that I read to you, mentioned to you at the very beginning. And this one, very helpful, as all of them are, dealing fairly with alleged Bible contradictions. And it's just so helpful to have this kind of thing in one Bible volume. It can just be used to glance at the major points to help one in appreciating the integrity and the inspiration of the biblical text. Reasons to believe in Jesus. And 4 reasons to do more than just believe in Jesus, and so forth. At the end of the Bible, there are some nice Bible maps. These are quality. These are some of the best Bible maps as far as quality. They have a little bit of a slick finish to them, but yet they are thick. They're not thin. They're not easy to tear. These are some of the best, nicest quality maps I've seen in the back of a Bible for a $14 Bible. So I've gone on and on about this, but I hope that I have said just enough to convince you to go over to apologeticspress.org and purchase you a copy of this Bible. It's totally worth it. For $14, you can have a volume of the English Bible in the New King James Version that has these special helps at the beginning and the end of the Bible, and some articles interspersed. And I want to encourage you to get them for graduates and for new members or even visitors. Consider getting them for your pews in your church building, or your seats, whichever you have in your building. 30 copies can be purchased with a discount. $7 each, I do believe. So head on over there, apologeticspress.org. I'm Aaron Dodson with Christianity Now, and when I can get behind something, I want to get behind it and promote it. And remember, I was not asked to make this review by apologeticspress.org. They don't even know I'm making this video. But thank you to Apologetics Press for making this Bible and putting it together and making it a very usable and practical Bible. Because of its features and also its physical quality, it is worthwhile $14 all day long. In my opinion, it's worth more than that. But you can get this Bible and you can use it on a daily basis and you can give it away. Just want to encourage you to do that. It's in the New King James Version, which is a very good, solid, consistent, reliable, and modern Bible. So if you have any questions about this, feel free. You can reach out to me on social media and ask me questions. I'll do my best to answer them. If you want to know my opinion about other features of it that I didn't cover, it does come with one ribbon, and that's nice to be able to mark places in the Bible where you're studying. Well, that's it, folks. I'm excited about this. I like it. I'm going to use it here soon because I just enjoy holding it in one hand and reading and studying the Bible. Go out there and go to their website, check out their good material. And I want to encourage you to check out Christianity Now on Facebook and also Christianity Now streams on YouTube and also Christianity Now on Substack. This is a work of 2 individuals, myself and Tony Brewer, that we do that's separate from the local work that we do. It's something that we do as individual ministers, as podcasters, and hope that you'll consider the Bible material that's available there. So check out apologeticspress.org and check out Christianity Now. And God bless, and we will catch you next time.